It's a little bit after 5, so the dumpster trucks are out to take the trash out. Um, I don't know, y'all. I could not go to sleep yesterday. Well, I take that back. I was trying to stay focused. I couldn't. I kept feeling this spirit of suicide, like the spirit of. Well, I can't say that word on this platform. The spirit of the upper room. Okay, and when I was explaining it, I have to be very careful because people who are not spiritually inclined would think that you have went off of your rocker, or people, not even that, people who haven't experienced that. This is not dealing with, if you're a believer or not, because people who are not believers face, when they go through certain things, they face the same issues. Um, they face the same issues. So yeah, I just walked, like, as soon as I came back into this area. You guys know I was gone in Memphis for a couple of days. And then before that, I was in Ocean City in Maryland, like, a couple of days. And it was like a whole bunch of cigarettes. And there's only one person that smoked that's way over there. Anywho. And so, uh, yeah, I was like, what is going on? So I was telling my friends, the ones that, that understood. I knew that understood what I was saying. Um, I started opening up about that. And they're like, yeah, this territory, they're like, I've been feeling like weird too. Like, and they're in different places, but it's in certain parts of their city and in their towns. And uh, I was just like, oh my God, like, I just really need to stay prevalent. And so, I turn on my um, visual box. That's what I'll call it. And I get up and I start setting intentions for um to go ahead and pray against that spirit, that feeling, because I'm like, it's not inside of me, it's different. Like, I've had that feeling before inside of me, and I've had that feeling outside. So when it didn't come from within. It's different. And so after I got finished praying, and I kept it on for a long time, because I'm like, look, I'm tired of it. It's kind of like a harassing thing, and I'm fed up with it. I really do believe that my whole issue was dealing with harassing spirits and things like that, and manifesting out towards people being that way and coming across me that way. And anywho, I kept playing it. I saturated everything. I was just like, oh no, like, I'm not going through this again. Um, I'm not. I'm gonna fight, like, because if I back down, it's gonna get worse. Okay, sorry y'all. Hold on. I gotta get my dog thing. I don't know why I blacked out. I have no idea. I'm on another device. Okay, good job. I'm on another Sorry y'all. I'm on another device because it was like every time I record on the other device, it would go off. I would start. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it when I tried to do lives. It was not letting me do any of that. And so that kind of worried me and freaked me out a little bit. Um, Also, what I noticed is that, yeah, we got to go down this hall because it's a little chilly willy. Also, what I noticed is that um, I noticed about people and their habits and things like that. And I've witnessed being attacked for doing good, or having what society calls success. Okay. I also noticed one thing is that people, when they don't fear you, I'm yeah, when they don't fear you, people will fear you when you're when they think that they can't compete against you or stuff like that. But when they feel like they conquered you, or they can surpass you, they'll act like you're their best friend, and they can hate you too. Um, that's what I learned. I've learned there are a lot of people, not all people, but most, who are. Hey, Lou, come back. Okay. There are a lot of people who are very superficial, very, very toxic, very self-serving. They're just very selfish. They just think about themselves, don't think about others. That's their thing. Some of them have been hurt to the point that they just said, "Forget it. I've been taken advantage of, so why don't I do this?" And then others are, um, others just always been that way. They just like that's the way to go. They've been taught that way. They've been raised that way, and they go that way. You know. Um, but what I will tell you is that those things, they don't always stand up. They don't always work in life. Don't. And some of those people end up with not so good outcomes. Even if they do become financially successful, or they have the idea type of living or social economic status, towards the end they usually feel out of out of touch. They feel worthless. They feel down. So, he's coming with these hiccups. And so, uh, yeah, that's what I've noticed. And because of that, that gave me the greatest indication of me. That gave me the greatest indication that I was doing the right thing. Excuse me with these hiccups, y'all. But I ain't turning this camera off. The devil is a lie. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm doing the right thing. When people underestimate you, when people, some people will just think low. They have low expectations of you. Oh, well, they try to poor little the poor little tink. They think that you're slow or something. And maybe you do have some kind of disability. Maybe you have asthma. Maybe you have ADHD. Maybe you have cancer. Listen, when they feel like it's something that's gonna make you not a threat to them, they always look and they come out with pity or remorse, a lack of respect, and that's cool. I'll say, to me it's cool because I've grown up going through that, and then I'm that person that gets up and switch the whole mode, you know. So that's why I say it's cool for me. It's cool for me because I know what I carry. It's cool for me. Keep the drains clean, only the rain in the drain. Oh my goodness. It's cool for me because when you think that low of me, I don't have to accommodate. I don't have to accommodate you. Some people will feel that low. They will feel the energy that people are giving to them, or the people who are disregarding them, and they'll try. I used to do that sometimes too, and try their best to fit in and to go with the flow. But being the true Belle that I am, the true Aries, like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen after a while. You can only be rejected so much to either where you're gonna get broken down, and a lot of people are broken down that way, or you're going to repel and you're gonna go your own way. You're gonna go your own way, and yeah, that's what you have to do. You have to get up, and go your own way, and people ain't gonna like it. Oh shoot. Yeah, people ain't gonna like it, but at the end they'll respect it. And then once you become, they're not gonna like it because now you became a threat, and then they start seeing that the little that they was given, because this would be tripping me out. Like, people will be contending with you, and you don't even know that they contending with you. You just trying to get to an objective to get to the best situation that you need to be. And these people will literally be contending with you on some real high top serious stuff. They will literally be doing this and competing against you and all this other stuff, and you don't even know. And why they over there acting as if they really cool with you. They doing all types of stuff. People are just like that. Um, I noticed that from this one event, the last event that I went to. Not even gonna name the names, but I noticed how, I was saying my truth, and some people, oh yeah, this and that, and they was just totally and completely just lying, you know, just lying because they haven't worked on themselves. But when they see you, back to the topic, when they see you on your grind, and they actually see you, because you weren't contending with them at the beginning, and you ain't contending with them now. But when they see you in full activation, let me tell you, a spirit of envy and a spirit of hate comes upon these people. They haven't worked. They haven't worked on themselves. Some of these people went through the same trials. This is the crazy part. I thought, like, well, maybe they haven't went through their because everybody has moments when they have to deal with tough situations, and maybe they haven't went through that part yet in their lives. No, some of these people have. Some of these people have, and they know exactly what you're capable of doing. They know what's in store, and they didn't hold out. They didn't hold out, but they seen you hold out because they was like, looking around. Everybody else wasn't holding out. They see you holding out, and now that makes them upset. That makes them get jealous because they didn't have the capacity to do it. They didn't have the capacity to do it. So, um, be careful with these times that we are living in. I don't care what nobody says. I don't have much, but what I do have, I try to keep secret. I try to keep covered because, yeah, people are vicious. People are vicious. You know. Mm-mm. Excuse me, y'all. She going everywhere. She don't even care. Okay, Lulu, hold on. Come here. Come here. Yeah, these people are vicious. Don't think for 1 second just because they smiling in your face and they telling you that they love you. Come here. And they telling you that they love you. That they won't drop and turn on you at a moment's notice. Come on. I've had that happen so many times that it was ridiculous. Like, until I finally got it, until I retched and got it, you know, some of these people, man, they be on one. They be on one. Also, there are people who look at you on the outside and think that you are a complete and total success. Just because with the little bit of what they see. Okay, come on. Come on. Because of the little bit of what they see. They see you moving. They don't see all the sacrifices you made. They don't see how you slept in your car. They don't see how you was homeless 3 times. They don't see how the people was rejecting you and putting other people in front of you who didn't have not a college degree, but a high school diploma. Okay? They didn't see that. They didn't see that. They didn't see you going and doing over 200 interviews, within 2 weeks span. They didn't see that. You going day after day, putting in stuff, putting in work. They didn't see that. All they seen is the outside. And because they see that final reward, God finally, God is giving you that opening. They start to some officer. Really weird, y'all. I'm gonna let him look at this car, cause just in case something go on. That was just weird within itself. Yeah, but they will try. Listen, when I say they will try, they will. Now, why you turn this way? You ain't even got no signal. Now you have no other choice. Oh, now you're gonna try to keep going straight. Boy, bye. Yep, we gonna have to go all the way around, homie. People are so funny. This dude, I just looked on the side. He looking all crazy. But a lot of them will do that out here, especially where I live at. Telling y'all. Prime example. People will be hating. They'll be hating. So you gotta understand what times you living in, what times are coming, because people really don't they really don't believe that this stuff is gonna happen the way it's gonna happen. You know, some people Luna. Some people don't believe fat meat is greasy. They really don't. I promise you, they think like they have all the time in the world. We all do sometimes. We get passionate. But I've noticed this more than ever. A lot of people would think that they have all the time in the world. And because of that, they won't get on stuff. They won't be proactive. They won't. You won't get on their grind, but then they see you doing it. And like I said, they will attack you. They will attack you. You know, and the best remedy to that, I mean, you're gonna have some attacks, you're gonna have some bad stuff happen. But the best remedy is to lay low. Do what you need to do. Don't be out here. Don't be out here flaunting. Don't be out here flaunting. And when I say flaunting, I mean don't be out here. Oh goodness. Okay, okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Come here. Come here. Don't be out here flaunting. Don't be braggadocious. Luna, sit down. Okay. This girl's something else. I'm gonna go back out into the car because y'all know what? I can never do my lives with this dog. She will be calm. She will be cool until I start. Like, as soon as I start, she gotta do 12,000 things. She won't be twirling. She won't be doing anything. I think she just notices that when I record, you know, that I'm doing something else and not focusing all on her. So, which I do give her. I give her at least 30 minutes to an hour before I even try to record. Or if I do it early, I'll do it afterwards and give her the time. And she'll be fine. Nothing. I mean, walking heavenly. Let's see. Okay, y'all, I'm in the hallway, so now I can talk. Because it's still early in the morning. I want to have respect for people that live next to me. But yeah. Listen, be on guard. Be on guard. Like, it's this stuff is real. Some people will try to take your life over what they think you got. Over what they think you got. I remember when I lived in Gary, and I lived on Fifth Avenue, and everybody know what that is. It's Fifth Block. Yeah. So like, I remember growing up there, and I was like, I had just moved. I just moved there from She ain't got not one uniform. Okay, just the weirdness. The weirdness of the weirdness. Um, yeah, I remember. I remember uh, living there, and I went to go live with my aunt, and how I couldn't wear J's. Oh shoot! Sorry, y'all. How I couldn't wear J's. I couldn't wear J's in the at that school, and I couldn't wear it on the block. You know why? Because they will rob you. They were like taking people's stuff. They were killing people. They was killing kids over pullovers. They don't even have pullovers anymore. They probably will bring them back because they bringing everything else back. But yeah, they were literally killing people over clothes. And there was a guy. He lived down the street from most. His parents used to dress, well, his mom, because his dad, I don't think he was around too much. Like, he was there, but he wasn't, like, they didn't live together. But they used to dress him so well. Like, every day he would come in with Jordans. But what he had to do, he had to get dropped off if he was wearing them on, drop back off. He couldn't leave out the school building. Okay, that's kind of weird. The other thing was he had to, that is so weird. This dude is going back and forth all kinds of ways. The other thing is that if he did walk to school, he had to put his stuff in a bag. And that kind of stopped after everybody started seeing him. And younger kids would tell they older kids, because we were in our elementary school was next to a high school, and it was like a tennis court and then a big parking lot. The tennis court, the playground, and a big parking lot in between the high school and the elementary school. And the high school was huge. Um, but anyhow, but they had so many killings. It was crazy. Like every other day was a shootout. Like that's how deep it was. But the elementary school that I went to, the same school was known for their academics. They was really high in it, but that zone was not for the play. Um, and I remember that. I remember, him going through that whole hassle, and it was okay for him because he liked what he had. His parents was okay with that because they liked what they had. And but I remember with us, we were told, like, you can't have that. Like, this is why you can't have that. And you can have every other shoe but that. You can have some Patrick Ewings, you can have some Feli's, you can have some Chucks, you can have some K Swiss, you can have what was the other ones? It was like those Doughboys, Sauconys, all those other shoes you can have. You can have as many as you want, but you cannot have those J's. Like, can't have them. And I used to like, dang man, when I, finally get out, I'm gonna get some. But I did get some, but it was like towards like middle and high school. So, and then that's when I got out of that area. Cause yeah, it was real. It was real. And the reason why I bring that up is that is the same thing about what we living in now. A lot of people don't understand that because they never lived without around people who had lack. That's why you see a lot of people in suburbia. They in these different areas. They go in these different areas because they want to be around like-minded people. It makes a difference when you're around like-minded people. If most people are not struggling, guess what? You're going to talk about different things. You have more opportunities to do other things. And you don't feel bad about doing something, trying to bring that person up. You have more opportunities to progress and move forward. Also, even if you do come around somebody who's moving up and they're going into that area, that what they're doing, they're trying to progress their life. They're not there, for the most part. Most people are not there to just sit and just, not be a willing participant of the area, of what's going on, of all of that. It's not going to happen. And so, what the heck? no idea. But anyhow, it's yeah, it's that's what that is. But in real life, where most people live, where they are making, um the average salary, and they're living in, the neighborhoods that they grew up in. They're still in those neighborhoods. They're still in neighborhoods that are not that were not structurally designed that way to be with the same like minds. You end up with people of various incomes, various brackets, to where people can see the difference. You can see if somebody has, less than you, or you can see if somebody has more than you. And I want to say this: not everybody who has less always want more or take from other people. Just as everyone who has more does not, everyone who has more is not always helpful. Some of those people want to take. Um, I haven't seen that, but I'm telling you, it makes a difference when you are in that arena. But you know how to govern yourself. You know how to act accordingly. Some people are too flashy for no reason. They a lot of talk and no substance, nothing hard, concrete coming out of their mouth. you know, and people are wising up to that. And you thinking that it's rough now. What about when it gets really, really tough? What about when it gets really, really tough? And people will see you still got things, and you still, do you think they're gonna be so nice and they lacking? No, they're gonna come. They're gonna come to you. They're gonna come to you either for assistance until you say no, and if you say no, they might come and lash out at you, or they just gonna come after you. And so that's why I say, look at the times that we are in. Not saying that it's always gonna be a negative experience. I really don't. I think a lot of people are gonna be okay in this, but they are gonna be, what it is. Um, but you have to take care of yourself, and part of taking care of yourself is to be mindful of the surroundings that you're in. Be mindful of the people that you are around. Be mindful. Be mindful, because everybody they don't have that same spirit. They don't want to give you that same gift of appreciation and stuff like that. They don't. Oh, shoot. Some people think of you as low. And then when you come up and you start working on yourself, because that's all you got to do is work on yourself. Once you begin to work on yourself, there's nothing people can say or do. They can say, oh yeah, they did this. But once you work on yourself and you get better, they can't do anything. And that's when they're gonna try to be your friends. And that's when you can't have that around. Can't have it. Also, stop letting people who shame you still be around. I used to do that because I'm like, well, maybe they're gonna come and change around. But you know what I face and what I deal with anyway. So that didn't develop to me. I just thought, like I said, I thought everybody was just kind-hearted and was open and friendly and honest like I am. But no, some of these people will sit there, they will be nice to you, and they try to give you underhanded comments, or they try to shame you. Let they bald-headed, someone make bald-headed, but let they trifling behinds stay where they are. And when you see that, you don't have to get mad. You don't have to get upset. Sometimes you could just be like, okay, I'm good at saying okay. When people say underhanded comments and say some stuff, okay. And they want you to say something else, you're like, okay, all right. Or when people don't believe what you say, okay, all right. Because you know what? Now that I know that you're hating on me, now that I know that you feel that way about me, guess what? I know that you are no longer a factor in my life. You are no longer somebody that I should even validate from or take advice from anyone such as yourself, because I know that you're not for me, you know. And it's different from having constructive criticism to get better than somebody's poking jabs, and you know the difference. You know the difference, because if you try to get an explanation, they won't have one for you. They won't have one for you because they're trying to do digs. Stay away from those people. Stay far away from those people. I don't want to rant too long because it's already 31 minutes. But think about what I said about the times that we are living in, and think about how you can make the adjustments to your life to have a long lasting impact without the unnecessary drama in your life. Okay, I'm gonna get off of here. Hopefully something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Bye.